For several years running, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have ranked among the most disliked public figures in multiple popularity surveys. And what's notable is not just that their approval ratings remain low, it's how consistently they stay there. Their decline did not happen overnight. While many people mark the post-wedding years as the turning point, unease around Meghan Markle existed for some viewers even earlier, particularly during the engagement interview in 2017. For some audiences, her presentation felt unusually rehearsed, overly controlled, and performative. That perception alone wouldn't matter much, except that, over time, subsequent events reinforced those early impressions. Public opinion didn't sour because of one mistake. It shifted because of a pattern of contradictions, misjudgments, and credibility issues. Today, we're breaking down the most important moments that repeatedly come up when people explain why they stopped supporting Harry and Meghan. Not gossip, moments. Not insults, actions and outcomes. 1. Environmental advocacy versus private jet use, 2019. One of the earliest major credibility hits came in 2019, when Prince Harry positioned himself as a leading advocate for environmental responsibility and climate awareness. At the same time, press reports revealed that Harry and Meghan had taken multiple private jet flights in an extremely short period, reportedly several flights within less than 2 weeks. This wasn't just about flying private. It was about timing. Only weeks later, Harry launched Travelist, a sustainable travel initiative encouraging the public to reduce their carbon footprint. Critics immediately pointed out the contradiction between the message and the behavior. The optics were especially damaging, because Prince William was frequently seen flying commercial during that same period. As a result, Travelist struggled to gain credibility from the start, and the couple became closely associated with the label they've never fully shaken since: hypocrisy. 2. Megxit and the breakdown of trust, January 2020. The second major turning point was the announcement of Harry and Meghan's departure from royal duties. The issue wasn't just that they left, it was how. Their public statement was released without full coordination with the royal family, blindsiding both the institution and the public. The language suggested a desire for privacy and financial independence, but those claims quickly unraveled. Within months, it became clear that the couple was actively pursuing high-profile media deals, global interviews, and commercial partnerships. For many former supporters, this moment reframed everything. It wasn't about stepping back, it looked like rebranding. That realization caused significant erosion of trust. 3. The Oprah interview, 2021. Perhaps no single event did more long-term damage than the Oprah interview. While it generated enormous attention, it also raised serious credibility issues. Viewers and journalists identified inconsistencies, timeline conflicts, and claims later contradicted by documentation or by Harry himself. Polling in the UK showed a sharp decline in sympathy following the broadcast, with many viewers describing the interview as self-indulgent and unnecessarily public. More importantly, it contradicted the couple's repeated emphasis on privacy, reinforcing the perception that boundaries only mattered when they served their narrative. 4. Staff bullying allegations, 2017-present. Another persistent issue has been reports of difficult workplace behavior. These allegations span multiple years, multiple countries, and multiple organizations, from palace staff to US-based employees. While no formal palace report was released publicly, internal complaints and later media investigations contributed to a growing perception of dysfunction. Patterns matter. When similar accounts emerge repeatedly across different environments, public opinion begins to draw conclusions, fair or not. 5. Underperformance after royal exit. After leaving royal duties, Harry and Meghan secured major contracts with Spotify, Netflix, publishers, and speaking agencies. Expectations were high. But results fell short. The Spotify deal ended publicly and uncomfortably. Art Ewell faced administrative issues. Several projects were poorly received or failed to meet promised scope. For many observers, this reinforced the idea that the couple excelled at promotion, but struggled with execution. 6. Tragedy-related appearances and optics. Public reaction was especially harsh following Meghan's visit to Uvalde after the 2022 school shooting. Although described as a private visit, the presence of cameras, security coordination, and subsequent media coverage sparked backlash. Similar reactions followed appearances at disaster sites in California. Regardless of intent, these moments reinforced perceptions of symbolic activism rather than substantive action, and once again, optics overwhelmed messaging. 7. Harry's memoir and the us versus them narrative. Harry's memoir Spare intensified divisions. The book revealed private family details, reignited grievances, and framed nearly every conflict through an adversarial lens. For many readers, it confirmed an ongoing pattern. Public conflict over reconciliation. Rather than closing chapters, it prolonged them. Final analysis. Harry and Meghan's unpopularity isn't the result of one scandal or media bias alone. It's the accumulation of contradictions between words and actions, repeated credibility gaps, public airing of private conflicts, underwhelming results despite extraordinary opportunity. Once public trust erodes, it is extremely difficult to rebuild, especially when patterns repeat. And that, more than anything, explains why year after year, public opinion remains where it is.